Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida Atlantic Owls. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Golden Gophers will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. Number 17. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will have the first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. They were really excited about the verbal commitment from a 3-star quarterback. They really need to get good talent like that, guys who can develop and potentially become stars.
Well, this is a program that's not used to having been coming out of high school. Oftentimes, this program has had to develop guys so that they're ready by their junior or senior year to have success. This guy changes that dynamic a little bit, though, and because of it, you can see fans are so excited about the future.
To move the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A strike downfield. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Let's go. Leaves it with the back. He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity.
There he goes! Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feet. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Wall. He's got him. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. What a nice job to get progressions and find your man open on the track.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, and saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. That throwing catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Fit it in the window for the score.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will get the ball for the first time. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down. In, David, with the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his man in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down for a big gain.
Their opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic, but I know how you look at the situation as a quarterback. You want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing done.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this team came out with their hair on fire. The offense drives down the field, scores a touchdown on their opening possession, and now the defense is dominating as well. Already their second sack, and you've got to give this head coach a ton of credit. He did a great job getting this football team physically and mentally ready to play here today.
The Golden Gophers will find a way on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's looking deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the area. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the field.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice quick throw there. It is so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. With the run on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Here we go. Back to throw, it's Wall. Working that wide receiver screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin makes a lot of them. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get down a little faster.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to go for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. This will be his 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Florida Atlantic has the ball back in the offense. offense will try to put together a drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Wall. Here's the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets the give. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. This Ford Atlantic offense is on a roll.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
A little screen to the running back. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Got it. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Wall. Got his man quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Looking to fire. He caught it. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this pre-game showdown.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive for the 25. They'll run it from the gun. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. And the Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. Back to pass. A little release to the back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So now it's second and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. That's caught. It's Burrow. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Got his man. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a 1st down, and they've got to show this urgency. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Browning. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
They get another rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
For this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attack. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attack. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Final seconds of the 1st half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Dropping back, it's Wall. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Here we go. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. Florida Atlantic about to put it away and get this 2nd half underway. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Minnesota has onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive here.
Turning it on! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Catch in the middle, it's Roach. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Golden Gophers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go back to the ground. Got room at the 35. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
They're going to ride this running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover and pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. An 84-yard drive there. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Fort Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
He's got it on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise the defense is in it. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Fort Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back score scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now on the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 5.
Great job up front on this pass rush defense in a dime personnel group. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done.
And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. And the returner goes down. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Right back to the well. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, trying to stay on the field.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out of their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job on the defense being hyperactive.
Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. To the air, it's Wall. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's the handoff. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
Florida Atlantic, 21, Minnesota.
the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And they runs it up for the score. Touchdown, they give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. A 70-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The defense came into this one knowing if they stopped the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds and then picking up a few. They hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job on the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. They'll make the tackle, force the fourth down.
Well, got there. Down stop. This offense has it with really good field position. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The run from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking downfield, it's Wall. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Using the quick game. Touchdown! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of.
Hear about it all the time in football.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
The Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Come on, Zach.
Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Wide open downfield. He almost picked up the first down on that one. He'll be just a little bit short.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Golden Gophers look to keep this drive humming.
Here we go, Zach.
Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously.
Touchdown, Minnesota! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run it while the clock is on their side. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Okay, ready?
New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
Let's go. Ready?
A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call.
Ready, ready?
A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal.
Cricket.
They'll try to run it in. Who gets it? The Owls do. That's a touchdown. And the route is on. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game is pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-point scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35.
Set, ready.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Incomplete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense. Their offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Got it in the middle. It's Brown. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Burrow. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. 1st and 10.
Cooler, cooler, cooler.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quick completion on the outside. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this is taking over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
The Golden Gophers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Here we go.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to force them up against the bush. You look, see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not like the run game.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They want to throw it. Into the end zone. It's picked off. They ruined the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And the defense playing pass all the way. They understand the situation beautifully. They've got to throw the football. They weren't fooled by the pass. They break on the football and get the interception.
One more play to pad the stats.
Charcoal.
Back has it. There's the pressure. They knock him down in the end zone. That'll be a safety and put an exclamation point on this one. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.